started.
Forkman starts off with d4. Let's play d5. e3. What is this? Maybe going for a call system. So I usually put the pawn up on c5, just try and create. Yeah, he's going for a very solid setup here with the pawn triangle. It's okay, he gave away the e-pawn. A lot of times he'll take with the c-pawn so that the e-pawn can come forward to e4 as a break. That's not available now, but he has an open line for his bishop, so this is not bad for white at all. Not bad at all. And he can go for this square on can go for the square on e5. Put a knight there perhaps, but he's not doing it. Okay, now he goes. It's just a matter of time, and then he's going to follow up with f4, I guess. So let's counter that with bishop to b7 and knight to e4 myself. Oh, that's funny. I don't know why. Well, he's gaining space on the queen side. I should think about if there's anything I can do with this hole over here. Maybe go after it with a rook. Yeah, so he just plays that. I was expecting that move. And now he's got a ready-made attack. He can play f5 at some point and try and break through. Okay, so he defended here. Let's continue putting pressure on c3 with the knight.
Server announcement.
He takes there. Okay, so I thought this would be all right for me. Get some pressure against his bishop. I get a pawn here. He's threatening to take my knight. So I guess I should go ahead and trade here. So let's think about good and bad bishops in this situation. This, I guess, is a bad bishop because it's behind these pawns. This is a good bishop. He doesn't seem to have a whole lot of weaknesses. I have this pawn, which might become weak at some point. Let's okay, let's put the bishop here. I was debating whether to play h6 first to kick this guy, but h6 would always be a liability after that, I guess. So I clamped down on his c4 move here, so he can't liberate that way. He could think of piling up over here on the f-pawn, maybe. So let's, can I develop my bishop somehow? I guess I can safely play this move, bishop here. And I can even think about pushing this pawn forward. Let's see, I also have a check. I think this is interesting to push the pawn forward. And now, can I... Let's see, if I play f5, I'll probably take on Passata. Pawn takes, rook takes, rook takes. Queen takes, and maybe that's okay. I want to keep my bishop here. If he attacks the bishop, I can exchange off rooks with tempo because that's a check, and then take the pawn, so that doesn't work.
Check.
Okay. I thought it didn't work. Let's see. Yeah, I just grabbed that pawn. then he has had to let off the pressure here. So I was able to pick up a pawn that way. And now maybe just queen to g4, threatening on queen g5, threatening on g2. Maybe that's an idea. And interrupting his queen. He's got the idea of queen g6 to here, which would be very dangerous. So queen here. Okay, so he just retreated, and I've got something. Let's see, I have bishop here check. Yeah, that's a good move. Bishop here check.
Check.
Because he either has to give up the exchange or suffer a checkmate over here. So it looks like my queen invasion was successful. Okay, he takes. Anyway, I've been meaning to say this is going to be my last video for a while. I'm going to be away from my computer. And it's about 10 days. There won't be another video, but I'll do this one and I'll do the postmortem. So this won't be the last video. This will just be the last game for a while. So enjoy all the videos that are here while I'm gone. And if you're in the US, enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday. Let's see, back to the game. So I have a bishop and a rook, and he has a dark squared bishop that I don't have a way of contesting. So he could be thinking of pushing on with c4 and e5 here. c4, d5, liberating his bishop and attacking on dark squares. Could be kind of a plan. Let's see. I can put my bishop on f3 because he can't take it with the queen or the pawn. The pawn is pinned and the queen doesn't want to take. But does it really accomplish anything? What I really want to do is get something to the f7 square if I can. Oh yeah. So he's going ahead with this plan of pushing c4 and d5. So where is this bishop most likely to be useful? I guess I'll hit this pawn over here. He can't really take here because this check is pretty dangerous. Okay, he's bringing his bishop in this way. So if I get my rook over to the H file, that would be useful too, huh? Pawn here. I don't quite see how to do it. Yeah, it's not going to help. This pawn can't really advance. Okay, I'm dropping back, but I'm reestablishing okay, I'm getting chased back here. Oh, he left this. He left his d pawn hanging. I should take that.
Check.
While I have the chance, because I was trying to figure out how I can ever push this e pawn forward, and that d pawn was always there to go past it. Very dangerous. Okay, so now rook up is still not possible. So just queen back and then pawn here. Pawn to e5. And opens up a line for the bishop, and maybe I can figure out a way to get the get more of my pieces in the game. Get the rook over there where it's doing something useful. If he plays bishop to d5, I have the bishop to d6 here to interpose. Okay, I don't want the queen there in particular.
Check.
So maybe I'll grab this diagonal here. You can still try bishop d5, and I still have bishop e6. Or I could move the rook now that can move the rook now that it's no longer pinned. Let's see, so queen here check, drives the king back. Queen here check is not possible. Yeah, he's covering that square. Okay, if I push this pawn forward, bishop takes, queen takes, then I have a check here, which at least should win the bishop. Okay, he doesn't go for that. He goes for bishop here. I still don't have the check. Maybe the rook can come in this way. It's funny how these two bishops cover all these squares between the pair. That's why the pair of bishops is so strong. They cover all the squares on the board between the two of them. But they seem to be well positioned in covering all these critical squares around his king. This one, this one, this one's covered by the pawn. Maybe I can just keep pushing this pawn forward. Okay, Forkman. Forkman plays queen there. Hitting my rook, but the rook is defended. But it can't actually go to this square. I'm going to chase his queen a little bit and then push the pawn, I think. I think that's my plan here. Instead of trying to rely on piece play, where he seems to have gotten me pretty well covered. He wants to trade queens, huh? Queen takes, pawn takes, rook here. He can defend with bishop here. So I guess I don't want to give him that dangerous passed pawn. If he wants to take, that's okay. Let's just push a pawn here then. Okay, he didn't want to take. He wanted to play there. Now I've got this all the way forward. And the king is coming in. So where can I go now? I can deliver the check again.
Check.
I guess he can block with the bishop, but that's dangerous. I have the check here, so maybe he can't block with the bishop. King goes back, and now this is loose, so I need to support it. And I was thinking g6 there. Is there a problem with that? It does open up squares, this line to my king. I don't see an immediate problem, though, and it might be useful to force a trade of some pieces here. Get rid of one of his bishops, and then my rook can penetrate on the squares that the bishop is not covering anymore. If he retreats his bishop, I take it. Yeah, I think this loses a piece, so I guess that was a bishop trap. Okay, well, I hope this recording turns out. I played a number of games where the recording got messed up. He counterattacks my bishop. Not a bad idea. But that opens up, it is a bad idea. That opens up this diagonal towards his king. So that's big trouble.
Check.
A check won't help. His queen cannot move. And there's no checks from the other bishop, so should be curtains.
White Resigned.
Okay, good game. I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.